I'm going to talk really, really fast. I've got 20 slides. I've got 15 seconds per slide. Okay? So I've been at Microsoft since 1990. I've been working on things from DOS up through the visual tools, up through operating systems, platforms, all the way through. And I have to ask myself, I've been at Microsoft so long, what the hell does it all mean? And I think about right now where we're at, and certainly Judith and John just kind of really talked about it, we're at a really interesting transformational era. Certainly there's a shift that's gone through. My slides are a little bit long for here, so maybe that's good because I have to be short anyway. We've moved from a mainframe era up through the cloud era. And certainly Microsoft looks at this as a platform opportunity. We've always defined platforms with tools, ecosystem, operating systems, applications, and partnerships. And this is no different. You know, basically shift happens. Okay? This is what it looked like when I was growing up. This is what it looks like today. Things happen, they happen rapidly. We're moving into this Wild West phase that John just mentioned. And I'm going to tell you what Microsoft's doing to really talk to customers and what we're doing and looking at some of the customers' concerns. Judith mentioned that you go in and you talk to a customer and they say, look, I need to get rid of my IT staff. I need to outsource Exchange. This is killing me. I've got applications that I don't know if they're being used. I got people that are working on projects that are very specific to product units or divisions. What is my IT going to look like moving forward? And this is really has been accelerated given the nature of the economy and certainly the recession. We've seen lots and lots of interest in cloud basically because around this business model and the deployment capabilities that the cloud brings. But it also brings tons of questions. You know, all the different acronyms. You've got now this new thing, intercloud. You've got stuff coming at you left and right. Business people, technology people, they have no idea really what to make of this stuff. And that leads you to think that the cloud actually looks like this. I don't know what it is. You tell me. It's a different definition based on what vendor, what developer, what partner you're talking to. So what's the broad appeal? You can read it. We just talked about it a little bit. The appeal is really around pay for access, not ownership, sharing the computing power, getting cost efficiencies around having multi-tenancy, improve your time to market and deployment of applications, and instant scale up, and is most importantly, scale down. You know, if you're Genzyme, you're doing some work around some sort of life sciences technology or biotechnology testing, you don't need to go build out a data center every single time that you want to go and deploy this in some real-time scenario. So Gartner said, hey, $46 billion opportunity in the next 2 years, $150 billion opportunity in the next 4 years. So basically what we're seeing here is the shift of the industry is moving into this new cloud-based environment. What does opportunity look like? I'm going to talk to you about what Microsoft, how we view things. 4 fundamentals of cloud computing: scale out, automated management and services, high availability, multi-tenancy. Microsoft is a cloud provider. Our platform is moving to the cloud. It's moving in a deployment model that allows you to be able to choose what you want to be able to use from a hardware, an infrastructure, a frameworks, development tools, as well as an application component. Lots of considerations. We just talked about those in the context of the keynote. So, you know, in Microsoft's world, you know, we look at the old model, the client platform. We had a hardware abstraction layer. It was the PC. We had an operating system layer, Windows, and an application layer which sits on top of development frameworks, which we call .NET. That's kind of been our traditional model. We moved our business, and that was delivered on the PC and the devices. We moved our business in the late 90s really into a server-centric model so that we're focusing on data centers and moving in that server world. But again, same premise kind of fits here. Yeah.
1 minute.
1 minute? Okay, I got to rock and roll. Same premise fits. We've moved on to the data center. Now we're moving on to the cloud. Windows, Azure, our operating system infrastructure. .NET Azure Services is our .NET platform, and we've got applications that live on top of that. Okay, why Microsoft? You know why Microsoft Experience. There we go. We have 20 data centers all over the world. We're going to talk about this more in the session that I'm sure you're all going to want to go to after this. We have built data centers to the tune of $3.3 billion over the last 3 years. We had lots of blinking lights and cables. We build a cloud. We put it into racks. We manage it. And we have these things called Windows Azure, which is our operating system for the cloud, .NET Services, which are our building blocks for developers, SQL Azure, which is our database that lives in the cloud. All of that is interoperable. We work with Visual Studio. We work with Ruby, Python, PHP. Yes, you can interoperate with App Engine.
10 seconds.
4 lines of code gets you Python on Azure. We have a skills transfer that you all know and love. We have cost stuff that you can take a look at online. We connect all the way through. We've got SLAs that are better than anybody in the industries. We've got purchasing models as you go on subscription. And we got great stuff that have great business value and a roadmap that if you come to our session, I'll tell you all about it. All right.